Okay, so I'm trying to explain the Bible unlike any preacher will ever explain it. They're very left-brained the way they explain things. They can't do it allegorically, metaphorically. They can't. Because they file a 501(c)(3). They work for the bloodline of Cain. They work for Rome. Simple as that. And they're never going to tell you this. I'm telling you something that is very important. Now, listen to this. So we talked about the sons of God saw that the daughters of men, remember? Let's recap. Cain killed Abel. All right. So Adam and Eve had two sons. They bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They were cursed. He had two sons. One of them was cursed, Cain, and Abel was the one that was the teacher. Okay? Cain, the worker, the one that pulled the plow, killed Abel, the shepherd. He was a shepherd. Let me tell you what a shepherd is, guys. A shepherd is the teacher of the flock. You are the sheep. Very simple. Remember, the sheep will be divided from the goats. And I'm about to tell you who the goats are. The goats are the ones that are mixed between Cain and Abel's bloodline. So God created the teachers, and God created the workers. And that's what we have. And let me tell you something. If you're enlightened, I don't care if you're RH positive or RH negative, you're a teacher. If you're going through an awakening, God is blessing you with a new reborn mind. You are the bloodline of the new son of Adam and Eve after they bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now, if Adam and Eve bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, then they knew good and evil when they had their new son. After the death of Abel, they had a new son, an RH negative, one unlike Cain. Okay? Now, why is the RH negative? They're difficult to kill, by the way. RH negatives, if you put them in a battle with 1 to 100 RH positives, the RH positives better have some very fancy weapons. One-on-one, without weapons, the RH negative will probably fight his way out of 100 men. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable what these people can do. I know, I'm one of them. We are very tough. We can conquer you very easily. We're very electric. And by the way, when we find our original powers again that God blessed us with, because they've been lost, they've been hidden, we've been drugged, poisoned. When our powers come back, we will be undefeatable. Electronic warfare is not going to work on us. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see. All right, let's keep reading about this, and I'm going to define this very carefully. That the sons of God saw that the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were fair, and they took them the wives, in which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. They were giants in the earth in those days. Guys, Walmart is a giant. All right? If your brain automatically thinks 30-foot tall man, when you hear the word giant, you've been brainwashed. You're brain dead. You're not listening. The government is a giant. The military industrial complex is a giant. And when giants come, they do genetic modification. They were giants on the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in onto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Well, guys, all you got to do is watch TV, and you'll see that we're in the days to where man is wicked. The wicked rules over, the giants rule over the world. So he's telling you that corporations ruled over the world and everything was wicked. That's all he's telling you. Okay? And it repented the Lord that he made man. It repented the Lord that he made man on the earth. In other words, God felt ashamed of what humans have become, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man who I have created from this face of this earth, both man and beast, creeping fowls of the air, and for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Watch this, guys. Listen, God didn't choose one like the Bible says. There's many Noahs, guys. 11 and 9s. Let me tell you something about 11. 11 is a symbol of the rebirth. This is the second son. Okay? Abel was the second son. So they're reborn, and 9 is a true number under the law of God. Right? There are 9 major laws of God, and 10 is a perfect law. The perfect, just like the 10 Commandments. So this is why on the cop cars you see 9/11, guys, because they're targeting the sons of Noah. So here we go again. Listen to me. So God gave a new son, an Rh negative, to the world, a rare blood type. And next thing you know, the flood came. Wiped out all the demons of the earth. And then the good son was left. Now we know that that Noah, disappointed God because he let one daughter on the boat that was of 6 toes. Okay? Of the bloodline of Cain. And that's exactly what happened. So when Noah got on the boat, once again, the son said, hey, I'm going to have sex with this woman and have another Cain bloodline. And here we go again. Good son, bad son. Good son, bad son. Now we're back into it again. Genetically modified humans. We can't tell the difference between Cain and Abel anymore. The teachers and the workers. Here we go again. We're all mixed up. Nobody knows each other. I ask people blood types, and they don't even, well, I don't know what my blood type is. What's that? They don't have a clue. Even the doctors. Doctors don't mention anything about Rh negative, Rh positive, that there's 2 species on this planet. Never will they ever mention it because it's unknown. Because we're in the days of evil. To where everything is unknown. The teachers are being murdered. The real prophets. And then you got Cain's chosen ones sitting in the churches, heading up the churches. So let's just re-back this up. Adam and Eve learned good and evil. Okay? She bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's the feminine brain. That's all it means. Feminine brain bit from the tree of knowledge. They were cursed. Oh, all right. Cain and Abel again. Here it goes again. Cain kills Abel. Cursed. Have a new son. There it is, the new child, the extraterrestrial child, something that came from, by the way, there's no such thing as aliens. God is the ET, trust me. The creator is the extraterrestrial, and they've taught you since birth to kill ETs, the real Christs, trust me. That's all they're doing is they brainwashed you. So once again, there's a new son being born, then again, they're being mixed again, because the giants said, hey, I want the bloodline of the new son, the Rh negative, and we're going to mix them up. And if you can't watch TV and see the manipulation of the gene, I don't know what to tell you. All dogs come from the wolf. So here we are again. We're going back into the days of Noah. Noah is 9/11, and God's going to wipe you out, and he's going to replenish the earth with the teachers And the workers again, the goats and the sheep.